What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Barcelona Football Manager 2022 Rebuild Series. So we've come to the end of Season 1 here. If you enjoyed the series so far, leave a thumbs up. And you can see we did have a pretty solid league win in the end. Finished on 99 points. Wanted to get the 100, but unfortunately didn't go there. And if you're not watching my Journeyman series, again, a shout out to that as well if you haven't checked it out. It's going pretty well, but I am using an updated version of the skin, so the homepage is really revamped, and you can change things up. You can go to the overview and change these panels, which is really good. The link in the description, if you want to download it and you haven't, it is the FME Zealand skin, and they do make regular updates, as you can see throughout my series. I update them like every few weeks, so that's good. But let's go over to the schedule. And this won't be the longest video as well because we have, played all games and everything like that. We'll talk about the Champions League situation. We'll get right on it here. We actually did not too bad, as you can see. Ajax, we lost away from home. I was a little worried, but we were still close enough. And then we knew we would probably be strong at home. And then you kind of saw exactly 5-0. And then Milan 4-0 in the first leg at home. We're like, surely we'll get through, right? And we did 3-3. Next up, do you know who was next? It was Manchester United. And it was a similar case, funnily enough, to the Ajax. We lost away from home 3-2. So I was like, let's go do the same at home. Get a win now. And what happened? We didn't quite do that. We lost 4-2. So in a way, I'm glad because I feel like, we're doing a rebuild that needs more than one season. So we need to do a bit more with Barcelona here, which was good. I like how a 7-3, a game with 10 goals, it can't fit all the goal scorers. So there you go. Well, to be fair, it shows our goal scorers, Luke de Jong. Smashed in his 4. And this was the guy, if you were wondering, who scored the other goal. Nils Mortimer, Barca B, thought we'd give him a chance in the first team come the end of the season. And he looks like he has some progression as well. So that's why, we want to definitely go on one more season. And I don't know. I can't predict where we're going to get to be able to win the Champions League. But I'm glad we didn't make it through. You're glad you lost. But for the series, I think, we want to see more of building the team aspect. Because we go back to, we're still in trouble. That's 75 million in the red. And right now, sure, there's a great wage budget and transfer budget. It's not too bad. You probably put a bit more of the wage into the transfer budget, and we might take a look at that. Just so you see how this changes, I'll just move up over here, because I can. And then we can only push it up by 1, which is pretty surprising. We had 600. So, we'll just confirm that. I just want to see what that looks like now. The fact look how that looks. 45.55 mil, and then we got 450k in the wage. That's mad. So my point is, anyway, we're still 75 mil in the red. So I don't even want to be making signings unless there's more money coming into the squad or we sell someone for big money. I would almost consider doing that. If we look at our very, very best players, you'd be crazy to sell one of your best. De Jong, Pedro, they're not really in conversation of selling. Maybe Coutinho, if we can get... But didn't I touch on him? He was on that... Sure, he's wanted by Man United. Hey, maybe if we get an early... I'll offer him out so I don't forget. Well, maybe... It's mad how he's still worth that much. What the hell? Why do I sound mad about it? But I'll chuck him out there for 80 million, and I'm like, how the hell is... But I'm looking at his transfer, his current transfer value, I'm just basing it off that and not exactly Coutinho's ability. That's why we got a few... we got some injuries at the end of the season as well. You got Coutinho, Memphis, Balde, so that hurt with some late results. We got a late loss against Real Madrid, but we already had won the league. That's why we rotated a bit. But anyway, more on point. Is there anyone else that has sale value in them that are absolutely, they're not musts to keep? Just so we can get some generation of money into the club. 75 mil in the red? If that's not coming in from the board or, coming into the club, this is where our value is in our players. So I guess another thing we will do, we'll just give a roundup on our, players for the season. Because, the season's all done and dusted now. considering no more games. I'll give you guys an update, and this will be, I touched on the last episode, didn't I? It's what it's going to be more of these type of rebuild series, what they're going to be like. Maybe do a few episodes in the season. Maybe four. That probably sounds right. Like, as I said, at the start and then in the middle, maybe around a youth intake, and then come the end of the season like we are now. Jordi Alba, like, he's another one because he's getting a bit older as well, but his value is not out of this world. So I still think keep him, especially he was our best player by average rating and assists. You saw in a couple games how he looked dangerous going down that left side. Luke de Jong, he did his part, but I guess that's somewhere we're going to be... So we need to sign another striker. Like, think about that. Doesn't Griezmann come back? Hold on. If we do not at club, if we take that off... Yeah, we got Griezmann, Wage, and Trincao and Pjanic. But Pjanic's a bit older, so... Yeah, and even Griezmann, I guess, he's getting older as well, 31, and he's got a pretty hefty value in him too. So there's that still there, but we'll get rid of that for now. Yeah, there's a few. Who was the youngest with the highest rating? I think you would have to say Dest was pretty good. We want to click on him so you see a little bit of attributes is going up in. I think, yeah, we need to see. But is he going to be a world-class right back? That's a discussion we're going to have and, yeah, need to really think about right now. Balde, I think for the game, so we played him in, like, he did pretty well. Good average rating. Some physicals going down. That's just through the training when he's injured. So he's still got... Actually... No, he hasn't still got very high potential. So as you can tell, I'm pretty confused because I think his average ratings for his age, you consider a guy 19, 2-star, I think he'd be more than that in terms of potential, but you never know. And I thought he was a bit better than that. Ter Stegen as well, you might start to think, I feel we've got a safe goalkeeper, but we've got a guy who's 30, but really, he'll keep his quality. Because goalkeepers don't decline too much, especially even in their early 30s compared to outfield players. And then we saw like the average ratings, but now the most goals was Ansu Fati. So yeah, put some respect on his name if we talk about quality youngsters. He's won it, but he can't be one. He can't be one you sell in a rebuild, even though the money in him. But is that something you actually consider? Because Barcelona, it's a different situation. Barca's struggling with money. If you've got a couple guys that have a worth in them that can maybe generate 200 million. If you sell maybe 2 or 3 players, and then there's that value in your squad again, not in the squad, but at the actual club. It is something you have to consider, I say. Piqué's contracted for a couple more seasons to 24. Again, his wage is only 105. He's one we could actually, consider selling, but I'd rather keep him when his wage isn't crazy compared to some of the other better players. He's not going to change things. So I'm like, might as well keep him, make him a Barca legend, and yeah, be here for so long. Yeah, you gotta think about the value in these things. And Sergio Aguero, might as well keep him. Coutinho is at such a well, yeah, he's got that because we offered him out. But we're just sorting by the goals, assists. Jordi Alba already talked about him. Dest. So yeah, promising signs with those guys. And Pedri, he was very hefty. Well, he got 10 assists. I think he had a very balanced season. You can see the triple Cs. That's the amount of chances created. You see that in Jordi Alba's. Like, isn't that exceptional? And that's a huge difference between like double more chance. He did play a few more games, but really he still would have had a majority compared to Dest. That is for sure. So yeah, that was basically the roundup of our first team, and I just want to go looking in like our reserves and the first team. Who are our first team candidates? Who's going to make a step up next season to maybe be like a Pedri of this season? Nico is that real contender. Let me know if you want to see him in the first team, but it's kind of obvious. Yeah, he should make that grade. I think he does make the step up. We upgrade him. So, yeah, we'd be excited to see him in the first team next season. He probably replaces Busquets or at least rotates more with him. And you got Casas. We've got a few guys in there. I don't think I've shown Casas too much. And he's another centre-back, but decent potential. I just wonder how good he's going to be. I might get more excited about him if there was a face of him there in the face pack, but wasn't to be. Because I've got excited about other guys at similar potential. It just brings a bit more life to their profile, I think. So, yeah, we're not going to click on everyone, but there's a few. How many of those guys at least 3.5 potential? Like, that's quite exciting. And Mortimer, who, Like, he actually scored, like, late in the season in the Premier League. Got to think about the hype that comes with that. And, yeah, the fans might be wanting to see a bit more of him. So, anyway, we're going to leave it at that for Mortimer. But, yeah, some younger talents. How about in the Barca B? Well, there's going to be some. Just in case there isn't any of these guys that show up, like, yeah, Abdi, not too bad. He's progressing. You're going to see that be a regular thing. Under 19s, though. Let's see, who do we have in here? The high potential, Lopez, yeah. And then the actual regens we got in the intake. We did touch on, maybe not sure how, like, realistically, they're probably 5-6 seasons away before, like, they'll be, 2021, like these other guys we've brought in, for them to be first-team contenders, at least on the rotation level. And we're probably not going to be around. So I think the youth intakes are not even that important for the rebuild type series. Let me know what you guys think. Are we just more focus on, like, yeah, sure, I'll show the youth intakes out of interest, but give the long-term vision of how the club will be set up. But I think we need to focus on actually our own signings. We need to bring in the quality in the first team. So that's what we're going to be thinking about doing. Whether if that is not, like, sorted out at the club, we might need to sell some of our own players. Maybe get up in the comments, who do we sell? But yeah, this was the Season 1 review. A bit of a shorter episode, again, considering we're not playing any games. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into Season 2, and hopefully we have a bit of money to play with. That's what I would be excited for. I might not be excited if we're not able to sign anyone. I'm not even looking, like, pretend there's no transfer budget. Like, don't look at that screen right there. My eyes are more transfixed on the overall balance and that being sorted out. And if I notice, like, we get proper into the preseason, we don't have an updated budget, or not really updated budget, like, the balance is not looking healthy, if it's still in the red, I'm going to have to go sell some players. So maybe get in the comments if that's the situation. Yeah, which players that have value in them should we sell? And the guys, like someone like a PK, there's no point. He's barely going to change that, so you might as well keep him. It's those other guys with bigger transfer values. I think Coutinho, yeah, and one team that's interested in Man United, they're one that might consider at least to pay that money. So my hopes is on them offering something and not saying, oh, he's asking for too much. So anyway, see how it goes. If you can leave a thumbs up, greatly appreciate it, and comments to help out for the next episode as we get into Season 2. I'll see you guys in the very next video.